Roy at CRZY, and tonight we have a special guest, celebrity guest, Uncle Frank with us.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Uncle Frank, I understand you're angry with the local artist Blatson about his new exhibit.
Well, hell yes I am, wouldn't you? I mean, look, it's my life and everybody makes mistakes and everything like that. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to go down there to the Metro Arts and I'm going to punch him in the face. He took a mistake that I made in my life that cost me my wife, Aunt Suki. We was together for 40 years and all. And she took off and left me, and I had a moment of indiscretion with the paper doll legs in the backyard and all and everything. I think everybody knows it now. It's not a big secret. But he's making a farce of this. He's making fun of it. He insulted me, and he insulted my new wife is what he did. And I'll tell you what, me and Aunt Suki went down there last year when there was that other Blatson art exhibit going on. One Imogene got on TV talking about this and that and how sorry he was. I'm going to tell you what is the biggest pile of I don't know what you've ever seen. If that's what you call art, I've got garbage in my backyard that looks a lot better than the crap that Blatson puts out. And he's insulted me, he's insulted my wife. I'm going to go down there, I'll tell you what, I'm going to punch him in the face.
Well, you painted a blunt enough picture for that one. So tell us about your wife and the honeymoon in Japan.
Well, we met on the Murgatroyd Singles online thing, and Shamika Hiramoto, little Asian girl and all. I'd never met her, and she looked kind of familiar and all. And turns out when we met down there at Drifty's, had lunch and what have you, and this and that, and I recognized her, and we got talking, and she's the daughter of that Fudiki Hiramoto, the one that rebuilt the paper doll factory after Apron Head burned it down and all, and what have you, and like that. So anyhow, her daddy paid for a big elaborate wedding and all, and we went over to Japan, first time I'd been out of the United States and all. But we had Japanese wedding and the whole thing. But she's having nightmares now, because you may recall a couple of years ago, she's the only surviving victim of the Murgatroyd serial killer and all. He tried to kill her and she got away from him. She's the only one that did. And she's still having nightmares about that stuff. And I'll tell you what, I keep my shotgun loaded in case he comes poking back around. We'll send him to Jesus in a hurry, I'll tell you what. I ain't afraid of that. I remember when they were kids, him and Apron Head, that damn Jaco, the motorcycle gang stepdad, used to bring them brats over and leave them with me, expecting me to babysit them. I'd take them down there to Drifty's, and Apron Head would run all over the place, just flicking his lighter on and off, on and off, on and off. Manager told me, please take them boys out of there, and I did. I didn't appreciate it a bit. He'd get in the backyard, and one time he set one of the chickens on fire. You know what I mean? Apron Head, I seen that coming when he burned the paper doll factory. I did not see his brother turning into the Murgatroyd serial killer. I did not see that one coming. But I'll tell you what, I'll definitely punch his meal ticket if he comes poking around trying to mess with my wife again.
Well, Uncle Frank, thank you for your very elaborate and straight to the point.
Well, you're welcome. I appreciate
coming to the show.
Appreciate you having me on here, Ronald. I appreciate you. Mikey.
Honeymoon in Japan.
Well, we met on the Murgatroyd Singles online thing, and Shamika Hiramoto, little Asian girl and all. I'd never met her, and she looked kind of familiar and all. And turns out when we met down there at Drifty's, had lunch and what have you, and this and that, and I recognized her, and we got talking, and she's the daughter of that like this. So anyhow, her daddy paid for a big elaborate wedding and all, and we went over to Japan, first time I'd been out of the United States and all. But we had Japanese wedding and the whole thing. But she's having nightmares now, because you may recall a couple of years ago, she's the only surviving victim of the Murgatroyd serial killer. Japan, first time I'd been out of the United States and all. But we had Japanese wedding and the whole thing. But she's having nightmares now, because you may recall a couple of years ago, she's the only surviving victim of the Murgatroyd serial killer and all. He tried to kill her and she got away from him. She's the only one that did. And she's still having nightmares about that. And I'll tell you what, I keep my shotgun loaded in case he comes poking back around. You know, we'll send him to Jesus in a hurry out there. What? I ain't afraid of that.
Well, Doctor, well, Frank, you think you can threaten me with a shotgun? You think you can destroy me? I'll tell you what, I am a vampire now. Tell you what, I am a vampire now. Your shotgun would do no good. I'm gonna cut you up in bloody little chunks. You and your little Japanese girlfriend, too. How dare you defy me? No, he won't be able to take me on.
Very important announcement. A very important announcement she's going to make for us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate coming back to the show again. I just wanted to let all my readers and all my fans know that this wonderful little bit of announcement I have is just one of the most enlightening things I think I have done in many years. As we all know, I'm with Les, and I believe that has to be no more. I cannot stand it any longer, being in the shadow of the limelight. I appreciate doing all the commentary. I really do. I appreciate being on this show. However, I have one book out, and I have already begun my second one. All right? Now, with the ineffectual male, understand that was just absolutely groundbreaking for all the reasons it needed to be.
And it became a national bestseller.
Yes. Now, I want all of my readers to know that I haven't forgot them. I haven't forgotten me. And so whenever I tell you you should read The Effect of the Ineffectual Male, I believe that you will be quite surprised. I am just absolutely to a point to where I don't know what I was thinking. Now here I sit, second banana to a man on a talk show, and I want my own. And he won't let me have it unless I am gone, or going along with him. With The Ineffectual Male and its best-selling status, and how it took over the nation, and it's in I believe 14 different languages as well.
Yes.
And well, I want you all to stay tuned for The Effect of the Ineffectual Male, the sequel.
Imogene, what are your immediate plans after the divorce from Les Tomac?
Well, if he would ever check the mailbox instead of relying on the help, then he would already see the papers he needs to sign. However, my immediate plans, I already have booked myself a solitary cruise to somewhere that he don't even know that exists, so I can go ahead and reflect upon myself and my life in the past few years, so I can get everything right for the book to help others understand that even though they may be an ineffectual male, they can affect you quite much. Affect how you do things, affect how you change things. However, now I understand that there's going to be big change within myself to blow back up to where I used to be, because you don't need that man at all, because the effect is absolutely not worth the going, I swear. Hand to God.
Do you have plans, Imogene, to have your own talk show, perhaps even here
Yes.
on CRZY? Yes.
Yes, I have already spoken with some of the producers that are working behind the scenes, and they are excited and cannot wait to have Imogene's own personal, at least, I don't know about the time limit, perhaps an hour show, who knows, but they're already working on it, and I think it's just going to absolutely blow everybody out the water and get them used to getting a nice little suntan so they can bask in my glory a little bit. But I'm excited about it. It's sad for what has to happen for things to progress. However, some things are necessary. With all good things, there comes a price, and this must be the price that is paid. And that is okay. I'm willing to pay it, because the price to stay is just more than what I would have to pay.
Imogene, inquiring minds and viewers want to know, is there another man, another love in your life, or have you had it with men for the time being?
Well, relationship-wise, understandably, no. However, I do appreciate my single status, And it doesn't really matter who I might call, you know, gentlemen callers and the like. I do believe that I will do what I want, and that's going to be exactly what I need to do. And once again, I get to go off all by myself to where nobody gets to know where. But as for anyone significant, no. I am significantly my other. And that is the way it needs to be for me for quite some time. Others, I don't want anyone to lose hope, but I just don't think there's another man that's for me for a while. He's going to have to step his game up and be just fine with me being a sparkling little diamond.
Well, Imogene, have you chosen a title for your upcoming new book that's coming out?
Yes, The Effect of the Ineffectual Male. I mean, it's absolutely going to be a fantastic read. It's going to itemize and just absolutely illustrate and illuminate everything that you need to know that you can have happen. I do think that it will be just earth-shattering with how the change, you know, just detailing the changes that can occur. Because even though the male can be very ineffectual, very unnecessary, they can have an effect. And so it's just important to note what effect they can have and decide whether or not you're out and pay that price, if that's what you're willing to invest in, because you will be investing in it. All things are currency, including love and including your heart. And so you must invest wisely. And so if you do not do so, well then you're probably absolutely not going to, you know, have any kind of return.
Imogene, do you have any plans to write a book about your marriage to Les?
I believe there's going to be quite a few chapters. It might be within this one book, because I mean, from what else can I derive any kind of inspiration from than my own experiences with, you know, of all the effects of an ineffectual male. If he's going to sit there and be an absolute star and just cast me to the side as a little prop and maybe not even trophy status, well then I need to let y'all know how that worked. And I have a really good feeling about it. I really do, and I'm extremely excited to finish this in my you know, semi-repose, you know, my respite away from the mess and away from all the backlash that I'm pretty sure is going to ensue, because I understand some people are going to be very upset. But my biggest thing is just to tell everyone not to worry and not to be as upset as they are at the moment, to get over it soon, because there's no point in hanging on the sadness of this, because only good things will come out of this.
Millions of women nationwide are your fans, of course, and many men as well. Les has his fans, so I'm sure there'll be some sort of a divide, but I feel like you're going to make it through and come out in shining colors with this.
Well, thank you very much. I really hope so. I hope this causes no divide between our fandoms. I truly don't want any split. No one should argue and bitter back and forth. You can still be Les's fan and still be mine as well. Because, I mean, it was both of us at once. Even though you may not have heard me very often, but still, I may not have got any kind of recognition I feel I deserve.